friends, today we're going to start in your reading workbook on page 230, and we will go to page 231 and 232. So get your reading workbook out and a good pencil and let's get ready to go. If any time Mrs. Shimia is going too fast, just hit the pause button. So friends, today we're going to work with shades of meaning. Shades of meaning are small differences in meaning between similar words. Read the sentences, then choose the best word in bold to answer the question. So in bold on number 1, we have the word soaked or damp. When I think of something that's soaked, I think of it as really, really, really wet. And then when I think of something that's damp, just that's a little bit wet. So even though both words means that something's wet, soaked means that it's really has a lot more water than damp. So number 1, Max is very wet. Is Max soaked or damped? Damp. Well, I'm looking at the words here, very wet. And what does very wet mean? Soaked. So we're writing the word soaked on the line, soaked. Very wet means soaked. Now, if it said Max is a little wet, then we would say damp. So let's move now to number 2. Tess is giving the dog some food. So right away, I want you to think about the word some food. Is Tess pouring or spilling the food? So it looks like Tess is pouring because look at the close attention to looks like she is purposely pouring it into the bowl. Now, if it was spilling, it would be an accident. All right, so we're going to use the word pouring here. She's pouring the dog food into the bowl. Pouring. And number 3, Kate thinks the party is great. Does Kate think the party is good or wonderful? So she thinks it's great. It's wonderful, right? Good and wonderful mean the same thing, but wonderful is a little bit of a stronger word. If I said dinner was good or dinner was wonderful, that would mean it was really good. A little bit, your feelings toward it were a little bit more positive than just the word go. So we're going to write the word wonderful here. This can be a little tricky. Okay. So when you're ready to go on, we're going to go ahead. If not, you can hit the pause button. Page 231, circle the word that completes the sentence, then write the word. The blank is in the nest. Take a look at both words. The blank is in the nest. The bird is in the nest. Number 2, the bird will eat the worm. Number 3, Nan blank her foot. And number 4, I won blank place. I won first place. And number 5, he gave a gift to her. He gave a gift to her. So let's reread the sentences. Number 1, the bird is in the nest. Number 2, the bird will eat the worm. Number 3, Nan hurt her foot. And number 5, I won first place. Number 4 is I won first place. Number 5, he gave a gift to her. Okay, we're going to go on to page 232. If you're not finished, just hit the pause button. Okay, adding ER to an action word changes a word to a naming word. Teach plus becomes teacher. It names a person, a teacher. Work plus ER becomes worker, a person who works. So A, add ER to the action word to make a naming word. Write the new word. So play plus ER equals player. Number 2, help plus ER equals helper. Number 3, paint plus ER equals painter. And number 4, surf plus ER equals surfer. Now, part B at the bottom says to write your own sentence and use a naming word you wrote above. So use the word player, helper, painter, or surfer in a sentence. Please make sure it is written neatly on the line with nice spacing, beginning with a capital letter and ending in a punctuation mark. A good, complete sentence. So that's it for today, friends. Just take a picture to show Mrs. Shamiya you completed your work on Seesaw.